What up, gang? It's your boy ZaZa back with another banger. Hey, today we actually back with a reaction video from my homie, my brother ICan THC. So y'all make sure y'all follow ICan. Always dropping educational content and always staying consistent out here in these YouTube streets. You gotta respect it. Now, my brother Jimmy Grotron, he dropped this video out in the Discord reaction booth. So I was just scrolling through the Discord reaction booth to see what videos you guys suggested for me, and I bumped into ICan THC Colloidal Silver. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Geek!
Wow. Like, comment, share, subscribe, you hear me?
Yeah, you know it.
Turn up the leaf blower and the lawnmower. He smoked the sour. Should've been a hippie, should've been a shower. Bread with no dread, black cop, who ya?
Another thing, don't forget to join the Discord.
Yes guys, so how exactly does colloidal silver work on plants? Well, here's how it works. When you're using colloidal silver, it actually works as a sort of a stressor. Ideally, you want to get 20 ppm or greater as a foliar spray and use that to drench the target area of the plant for about 10 to 18 days in a row. I did it as soon as the lights turned off and right before the lights turned on, every single day for like 20 days. What the silver ion does is that it inhibits the ethylene production that's needed by the plant to produce female flowers, and in turn forces the plant to produce male pollen sacs.
Off top, I like that. I like the education. Absolutely. The science of it. Ethylene. Silver is preventing the production of ethylene. When ethylene binds with copper, it creates the female parts. And the silver actually prevents ethylene from producing. And it's unable to bind with copper. So in turn, male parts are then created. So good job, homie. Let's get back into it.
Now, because female plants have 0 male chromosomes, the pollen that's produced is actually female, and that results in a 99.99 guaranteed female bean when using the female pollen from that plant, which was treated with the colloidal silver.
Also a fact, the purpose of breeding 2 females, we know that females carry the X chromosome while males carry the Y. And when we have a female, we have XX. When we have a male, we have XY. When we breed 2 females together, all the offspring in turn are XX. Because no male or Y chromosome ever took part in the reproduction. Carry on.
Now, all that said, when is the best time to actually apply the colloidal silver? Well, the best time to use the colloidal silver for feminization would be a day or 2 before you switch to flowering. Basically, before you change the timers to 12-12. Immediately begin spraying the colloidal silver on newer growth.
Also, another good fact. That's a fact as well, but let's talk a little bit about autoflower, right? We know autoflower is generally the most reversed, in my opinion, from what I see, much more than photos. And typically me, from my experience, I generally like to start spraying around 3rd week. Depending on the strain, generally though, around the 3rd week, 4th node, 3rd, 4th node, but that's generally a good time to start with an autoflower. But good information, let's carry on.
Every day until male sacs start to form, typically within 10 to 18 days. Once you see the male sacs starting to form, I would separate or isolate that particular plant from other plants just so that you don't have any pollination issues, because that pollen gets super airborne super easily. Once the male sacs are developed, it can take a little bit of time for them to open and produce a yellow-like pollen, usually about 2 to 3 weeks, but it does vary with genetics, so be careful guys. Now, once the pollen is present, you've made progress. You're not all the way there, but you've made progress. You can gently tap the sacs on a mirror or a smooth.
Another good thing to keep in mind, the production of pollen and how it produces. Pollen sacs produce gradually. Sacs, they don't all just at the same time, right? Or they don't all simultaneously just open up and release pollen. They release it the plant almost in stages. And I believe that's a defense mechanism for the environment, right? That way we can guarantee that some of this pollen gets released in case of some sort of natural disaster or any sort of, environmental influence that could have potentially prevented all of those pollen sacs from trying to simultaneously open up and release at the same time, right? A flood come through and wipe them all out, whatever. Well, a flood gonna wipe the plant out anyway, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so they release in stages over a course of time versus all at once. And that's for defense purposes. But better, you got better chances, you feel me, of getting it done, you feel me? Carry on though.
Smooth surface, which makes it easy to collect the pollen. Some growers just take a whole branch and tap the whole branch and shake it over on another plant. You can use the pollen right away, or you can store it in the container in the freezer for later use. A lot of people do say though that when you store it, it's not as viable as it once was, so keep that in mind. Some people say use it or lose it, but the great thing is that now you have
That's a fact too. It could be very challenging to store pollen long term, especially when we start to put it in the freezer and the refrigerator, because now you're dealing with humidity levels of pulling it out into a warm setting and really needing to make sure that that condensation doesn't kill all of your pollen, right? So generally, my suggestion is prepare early on so that you can use your pollen immediately on site. Try not to collect it. Typically, pollen isn't necessarily a preservation option. Seeds more so are for preservation. Pollen is typically for reproduction. But we can, in many cases, save the pollen for extended periods of time. You just got to be very careful about how you handle it and store it. Good information. Carry on.
Female pollen, readily available to pollinate any genetics that your heart desires. The next step is to pollinate your flowers. Everyone uses different methods for pollination, so I'll let you decide how to do that. But colloidal silver is a really great technique to use when you're making feminized beans. Not only is colloidal silver used as a biocide, but it also has many other benefits as well, including feminization and sterilization. Now, thanks to science and nature's elements, colloidal silver can be used to maximize your yields, increase plant sustainability throughout the entire life cycle of the plant, and loads of other stuff. Now,
all right, so that right there, I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't say yay or nay. I don't know. I don't have any information to support those claims that was just made by the homie. When we think in terms of, but he may have got that information. I don't know. I've never seen that information, but I'm gonna definitely look into it when we think in terms of a biocide. And he mentioned helping with yield and I don't know, because even when you think of colloidal silver, even in a health food market, there is no science behind the claims that are being made for humans saying it has health benefits and all of this. So I doubt that they've done the research on a plant, specifically this plant, right? We know they don't spend no money doing no research with this plant. So I doubt if they haven't really even been able to put any science behind the claims that they make when it comes to humans, then I doubt, it has all of these benefits for the plant. I don't have any scientific evidence to back that. But if you got some, drop it in the comments. ICans TAC, the homie, if you let me know, hit me, let me know where you got that information from. I'll be definitely more than happy to look into it, man, because that's super fascinating to me, for sure. Let's carry on, though.
Have you guys ever used colloidal silver to make feminized beans? Drop a comment down below and let me know how you did it, what your process was, and what your ppm level was on the colloidal silver. Now, making feminized beans is not as easy as it sounds. There are a few tips that I can give you that can help you along the process. First off, pick the best looking female plant for this process to ensure premium genetics. Second, make sure you separate and isolate the plant once the sacs start to form. Move them to another room away from the flowering plants, just get them out of there. And number 3, be prepared, guys. Make sure you got the necessary steps in place, take precautions, make sure you got a female plant that is nicely flowering, isolated and pollinated with the feminized pollen that you create. You can take some pollen on the end of a Q-tip and gently tap it over the flowers that you would like to pollinate. That's a really easy way to get things done. Now within 3 to 6 weeks, your flowering plant will produce some feminized beans guaranteed. Perfect. So drop a comment down below and let me know if this is something you're gonna do. And smash the freaking like for feminized beans, because everyone likes me and we all love the ladies. Now share the video if you enjoyed it, join up with the channel members and the Patreon members down below, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, fam.
All right, man. Dope video from the homie ICans THC, man. Keep up the amazing work, man. Keep pushing content. Keep staying consistent, man. We need people pushing the agenda of education in our community, man. So shout out to you. Y'all make sure y'all follow the homie ICans THC over at his channel. And if you want to see more reaction content, hit the Discord and drop it in my reaction booth, man. Drop the video in there. I'm going to start reacting to a lot more videos, and we'll start posting more Clubhouse episodes as well. And we might do one of each every time we drop. So we appreciate the love and support as always, man. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, man. Hit that notification bell. And please comment and like, man. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you want to see next. Let me know what you want to learn next, man, because I got so much in the database, man. I got it in Clubhouse. We got it on Discord. So much love, man. Team ZaZa Season 4, man. I'm looking for y'all. Where y'all at, man? Catch us on the Discord, man, 9 p.m. Eastern, mostly every day. And don't forget to visit ZaZagenetics.com. I got a coupon code for you. Coupon code, man, 50% off Dead Ops OG. Season 4 is active. Season 4 coupon code is active. 50% off Dead Ops OG only. So take advantage of that, man. And until I see y'all again, man, I'm out of here. Get bow.
I'm a mile high. Give credit to ZaZa. Genetics. All y'all niggas, we synthetics. I don't know why you try to sell it. I'm smoking the strain. It's killing my lungs, but damn, it's easing my brain. I'm losing control, my body's immune. It's all the same, except for genetics, cause they got the flame. Roll up a 3, everything you got game. Puff it and pass it, the cypher remains. In the 360, y'all niggas ain't ready. I'm steaming the pot like I'm cooking spaghetti. Now you an op, you smoking that Reggie. I hit the dead ops, y'all niggas ain't ready.